the way his wife spends money?
Ethan said he's not. You're gonna sit over there.
No, in his mind, he's convinced himself he's leaving at 20.
Go ahead and
Okay.
make your live. Give me a second. You're live?
We are live?
Yes. You're live.
All right, good morning, everybody. My name is Dave Lynch. I'm the town manager. We are convening this additional session of the collective bargaining session of our new local police union here in Pembroke Park. And as we do at every meeting, we're gonna go around the table and have all the parties identify themselves, including some of the parties that are sitting in the back row. So I'm Dave Lynch.
I'm Denise Heekin from Briar Villa Olive. I'm the town's outside labor and employment council.
Chandler Williamson, Deputy Town Manager.
Sergeant Brian Dodge, Pembroke Park PD.
Paul Manielis, FOP Labor Council.
Scott Hanneman, FOP Labor Council.
Sean Kelly, Florida State FOP.
Dan DeCourcy, Chief of Police.
Okay. Great. I believe, Paul, was it the ball in your court to tell us how you want us to proceed.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you, Mr. Manager. What I'd like to do is, if we can, try to wrap up a lot of these articles today. And the last meeting, Denise, you handed out a packet to us with some of your language changes and so forth. So I'd like to just start right from the beginning and try to get them through.
Sure.
All right? And again, we already TA'd the preamble. Article 1 was TA'd, and just please tell me to stop if I'm going to. Article 2, we TA'd that one. Article 3, we TA'd. Article 4, legal disputes, we TA'd. Number 5, management.
Wait, hold on.
Okay,
Article
yep.
4, I don't think we TA'd that.
Okay,
I had that you proposed it and we rejected it. And then there was a similar article, Article 14, that had to do with.
right, the legal benefit, correct.
Yeah, legal benefits.
Yeah, I think we could
They're both
ju-
kind of similar,
Yeah,
but.
yeah. I was going to get to that when we get to it. Okay,
So those are still outstanding, Article
Yes.
4 and 14.
correct.
Okay.
Okay. So Article 5, management rights, we are going to agree to that
Okay.
because you did have a promotional process in Article 31 that you put in. So
Yeah,
we're
made
good
more
with that.
sense.
Okay, Article 6, employment, town property, we TA'd that. Article 7, FOP representation, we TA'd that.
No,
Hold on 1 minute.
I'm sorry.
no, the hours. Remember we talked about the hours.
For what?
Okay, Article 7.
Oh, Article
Take a look at that.
Article 6 we'll go down.
What were the hours, Brian? Which one was
Yeah,
that?
the, section D. In the beginning, so Article 7.
Oh, yeah, that's correct. We came in at 240 hours and you guys came back at 120. I think we talked about this briefly as far as any member going to any of these conferences and so forth. 120 hours is not going to do it, so we'd like to increase that. And we did
So-
come in earlier at 240, so we can come to an agreement at, I have no issue with 200 hours if you are good with that. And we can TA that right now.
Okay, so is this in section 1D?
This is Article 7, 1D, correct.
Okay, so 1D just deals with bargaining a full contract and bargaining in a year where we have a reopener. That's what the 120 and the 80 hours are. If you read that provision, that's all that's about.
There's nothing to do with
It has
conferences.
nothing
Yeah.
to do with conferences or anything like
Is
that.
that a different article you're talking about?
Yep.
Yeah,
That was
okay.
different than, okay.
Yeah. Now, again, we had different packages given to
I
us, so,
know.
so
I know.
we're going back and forth.
That's all right.
But the language in D right there, I have no issue with that.
One more thing, I just noticed that in the same section, the last sentence, it says allowed up to 100, but then it says 80 in parentheses.
That's correct.
You're right,
Just,
yeah.
So that needs to be
Those should
typo.
Up to 80, yeah.
Should be.
No, it should be 100.
The number's wrong.
The parentheses is wrong.
Correct, should be
Okay.
100. So let's fix that, and we're good with that.
Well, let's go back to what the
Okay.
disagreement is though. So 240 doesn't mean.
Yeah, we're gonna strike the 240. We're sticking with the 120
Okay.
for the bargaining, yeah.
This is yeah, and that all D
Yeah.
deals with is bargaining.
Yep, that's fine.
Okay.
Yep.
Did we just TA that? Is that what just happened?
I think we just TA'd it.
Yeah.
Article
Let's
7.
do that.
I
As
have
long as you're
every,
okay with the rest of the language
Yeah.
in the contract?
yeah, we're fine.
Okay, hold on, okay. Okay, we'll change to 100. Okay,
You're just matching.
yeah, I know.
Good?
Yep.
Okay, so Article 8 bulletin board, we TA'd that, we're good with that. Article 9, dues deductions. You just defined a different time period as calendar days, so we TA'd that, not an issue.
Okay.
Article 10, EEO affirmative actions. You have a strikeout of and to ensure all personnel, programs, policies, and assignments are free from unlawful discrimination practices. We would like to put that back in.
I'm okay with that.
That's the only thing on that.
Agreed.
Okay, thank you. So we can TA that, put that back in. Now we'll go to 11.
And then you're okay with the rest of it?
Yes,
Okay.
we can put that back, that's fine. All right, 11. Rights of law enforcement, Article 11. The very beginning of it, we like to strike the last sentence. This reference to Part 6 in Chapter 112 is informational only and does not create a right or remedy not otherwise provided for by Part 6 in Chapter 112. And the reason we want to strike that is it's not information. 112 is the law. So I want that taken out.
Right. But I guess the point is that this sentence, or the fact that it's in the contract, doesn't create any right or remedy under 112 that doesn't otherwise exist.
Okay.
That's really all that provision's in there for, but,
Yeah, I'd like to strike that last sentence.
okay, we'll have to think about that.
Okay, so we'll move on. Let's see. Subcontracting, Article 12. Everybody good? We're good right now? We all caught up? Article 12? Okay, we have no issues with that one. Article 12. Article 13, personally signed vehicle program. We have no issue with that one. I can TA that. Okay, back to 14, legal benefit. I guess the question I'm going to ask the town is, why are we rejecting this whole thing? And I'll let you tell me, Denise, why we're rejecting it. And then I'll explain to you why I feel we
Okay.
need it.
Well, because it's all set out in Florida statutes anyway. We have a duty to indemnify employees, certainly police officers, unless it's something that's malicious or intentional, or constitute punitive damages. There are certain things that we can't pay, right, as a town. And I think if you really want something in here, we could probably come up with some language to put in here, but it's really whatever the state statutes provide.
Okay,
And we certainly will abide by that and provide those defenses, but there are certain things that we can't provide.
okay.
So,
Why don't, I think our general counsel and you can
Yeah, we'll
work
come
on
up with
something
something.
for that.
Okay,
Yeah, that's fine. All right, 15, disciplinary discharge. We're going to hold that one for the general counsel.
okay.
Up to 16, informational request. We previously TA'd that, so not an issue.
Okay.
Transfers, I talked to Brian about this, and we have no issue with that.
Okay.
Okay. 18, court appearances. We have no issues with that. We can TA that. Bereavement leave, we previously TA'd, so we're good with that. Military leave, We noticed there was only some typographical changes.
Yeah, the formatting.
Yeah, so no issues there, so we can TA that. Jury duty, we already TA that, so no issue there. And hours of work and overtime, and I had a hold on that. So if you wanna, if we guys wanna address this real quickly, maybe we can TA this real quick.
Is that
Brian,
why
you-
we- I don't remember why we put the hold on that one, other than. I know
Yeah,
we
that
had-
was,
The initial, thing we noticed, and we had just kind of briefly discussed this, about the 86 hours, we're in an 84-hour pay period. So I'm not sure if that's a typo, I think, being 84.
You think it's a typo? I've got to look up the FLSA regulations. So it has a chart, and it'll say a 7-day period, 14-day period, 21-day
Oh,
period,
okay.
and this is how many hours. I think I looked it up, I think that's where I got the 86 from,
Okay.
right? And that's the 7K defined period.
All right.
Now, that doesn't mean that you can't request overtime beginning at a sooner time period. Does
Yeah, I
that
think,
make
I think we
sense?
would ask for it after our work week is complete, after the 84. I think that would be,
so why don't we come back to that then?
Yeah, we'll come back to that, and then, well, I just have another question. So, the overtime being due after the 84 hours is for people on a 12-hour, right?
yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am.
So what if we have people who are working on 5/8 or 4/10s?
That, I would think that, would it still be the 40-hour work week?
Well,
Is
no, it
consistent
would
with
be
how
the-
that,
The 7K would be, that's why the 7K allows police officers and firefighters to
Right.
work more than the 40 hours before
yeah, we
the
would,
FLSA. So I'm just asking for your position.
our
So
position would be 40 hours, anything over 40
Anything
hours.
above their regular shift?
Yes, yes, ma'am. For the 8s and the 10s.
So we'll come back to that.
Okay, other than that, is there any other issues with Article 22?
I didn't have any, do you have
I
any?
did not.
Okay.
But I wasn't sure if general counsel needed.
General counsel did not, yeah. No.
Oh, they might, okay, so we'll hold off for them?
Okay,
Okay.
so let's go to holidays. The only thing on holidays, if we can, I know we kind of went over them. I'd like to go through them again, just to make sure the town manager, you're happy with these. I know you guys struck the floating holidays.
This one?
Holidays declared by the town manager, you guys struck that out, right? Well,
Well,
it's
it's just
struck down.
off the list because it's really not a fixed, it's not a
Right,
fixed holiday.
but there is
Right.
still,
It does say holidays declared by a town manager at the end.
right.
That additionally, the town manager may declare a town manager holiday. But it's not something that's fixed, so I don't think it should be on that list of holidays you get every year.
It's redundant, so
Yeah,
And then
if it says it, that's fine.
yeah, that's fine.
the only other thing we were gonna ask is that because we work a 12-hour day, most of us, and we would ask that we would be eligible for 12 hours of holiday for those days, since we are on a 12-hour schedule. You know, that would,
For the additional added days?
yeah, for the
No,
fixed
for every
dates,
holiday.
for the fixed date holidays.
So they want 144 hours of holiday leave as opposed to 96 hours of holiday leave. So it isn't, and we'll have to talk about that, because
Yeah.
that's the problem we run into everywhere about,
Okay.
you know,
Yep.
is it, right, is it fair that somebody gets more leave hours just because they work a different shift, but,
Well, and that's the other issue that we're gonna run into with the
yeah,
8 hours of straight time and then the time and a half. Someone that's assigned to midnight shift like myself will never incur an overtime on a holiday because our shift is split on different dates. So we won't run into an issue where a night shift officer will incur overtime because either the first half is going to be 6 hours, the second half will be 6 hours, or in my case, it'll be 7 and 5. But either situation, I wouldn't be eligible for overtime on holidays, even when I come in for the holiday. So it's more of a, trying of a give and take for our guys, and more of a benefit because fortunately, we have no choice, we have to work holidays.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, most of those times, those are the busiest days, so.
So we'll just have to, meet on that.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
On that for a second.
What?
I'm confused on that.
Okay.
Say a day shift guy starts at 6 in the morning till 6 at night would get overtime?
Yeah, according to this, the first 8 hours of their shift are straight time, and then anything after that on a holiday is overtime.
I'm gonna- right.
Yeah, so the last 4 hours of their shift, they would be eligible for overtime, and that's fine.
Yeah.
And I don't have a problem with it, we're just trying to,
The midnight shift is not gonna be on.
right. Because I think,
But your hours for the pay period, the 84-hour pay period would be for overtime.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear it. I'm old.
Trying to think out loud, but you won't be for overtime, that's what you're saying.
Yeah, we won't, there's,
It's a new day.
yeah. And I don't think there's 2 days in a row that are, the only option, or, well, not even, because Thanksgiving and the day after Thanksgiving, it's a Thursday, Friday. So either we're working Thursday and we're off Friday, or we're off Thursday and we work Friday, based on our schedule. So there's not even a day, there's not even the 2-day holidays in a row that it would even qualify for nights. So, just a thought.
All right, so we'll come back to it?
Okay, yeah.
Okay,
Intermission?
sure.
No, okay. No, I'm not.
Oh,
No.
No, we don't need
I don't need it.
No,
I thought you would
we're
order.
coming back to the article. huh?
Okay.
Yeah, let's keep going.
Sorry.
Article,
going, we're good.
Article 24, seniority. I have like no issue with most of it. I just want to know why you guys struck out the language for seniority regarding vacations. How are we going to do that? And I have here,
Well,
number,
we
section
can-
2.2, in order for any member covered by this agreement to be granted vacation request by seniority, such request must be submitted 90 days prior to the first day of the vacation days being requested. So I'm just wondering why we don't want to have that in there.
I don't know that we don't want to have that in there.
Mhm.
I think that we just need to meet more on it to figure out how it's actually working currently, because I don't know how many.
Yeah, I don't know that either, right?
To be honest with you, I was like, do they even have enough people to where this seniority stuff works for
Yeah.
getting vacation?
Well, again, a
stuff, so-
lot of this stuff that we talked about months ago, I got with the chief and everything, and I thought we were on the same page with all
Okay,
that.
well, then
So,
we'll
okay, we'll-
talk
we-
about it again,
Yep,
and
sounds good.
if that's how it's working, then we'll be good.
All right, let's move on to the grievance. That will be held for the general counsel.
Okay.
And the arbitration, Article 26, that will be held for the general counsel. Now, again, I worked a lot on these grievances, articles and arbitrations, and I got this language from several different CBAs all through Broward, and I put that language out to you guys at the very beginning, which was very standard. And if you want to agree to it when I put out the beginning, we can TA these two right now. I mean, it's just simple language.
So, yes, there's simple language, and I understand that you've looked at a bunch of these contracts, and I've certainly looked at a number of contracts, and I came into this,
Right.
late in the game. But
Right.
For instance, I mean, like how the loser pays, that's not gonna happen. It's just not. That there's
No?
certainly other things that we
The
can
loser
go
pay,
ahead
yeah.
and-
No, we wanna, each party should bear
Bear
the
their own,
cost of
yeah.
their own.
Yeah,
Yeah, that-
absolutely.
Absolutely.
Well, what
That's-
was in
that's-
here was the loser
Yeah,
pay.
well, I have no issue
We used
changing
to,
that.
we used to advocate for that, but now
I
our
just
position
don't-
is each
Yeah, no,
side
everybody
pays for their own. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're
Well,
definitely in
if
agreement
that's
with
the
that.
only thing you have an issue with, then we can change that and TA it.
Well, I don't know what else you guys have an issue with, so we'll wait to talk about it with your general counsel.
Okay.
What other-
I have no doubt we can come to an agreement on a grievance and arbitration procedure.
What other issues are there in the
So-
grievance procedure?
Well,
Rose has a,
Oh.
we have to, yeah.
yeah, we have to go over, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so let's, so we'll go through grievance arbitration, and we'll skip those two for be held. And again, the arbitration, is there any particular language, Denise, that you think is, I mean, we just,
I don't like the loser pays provision.
yeah, we can, yep, that's
I
fine.
I would like the addition that we made in section 1, because that always becomes an issue when we have somebody who's not represented. And I'm kind of the feeling that it's the union who owns the arbitration process, so.
That's correct, yeah.
Right?
Mhm.
So that, a panel of 7, I don't know what was in here before. That might have just been clarifying language.
Okay, I think we can get it, yeah, we'll get that taken care
There
of.
should be no reason why we can't get a
Yep.
organization procedure in place, so.
Okay, let's go to 27, off-duty employment. And I wrote notes, I'm just looking at it here.
Okay, so this is why we had taken it out, because we don't
Yes.
even do it yet.
Right,
We have no problem putting in language saying, when we do this, we'll sit down with you and negotiate
That's
it
fair.
and stuff like that, but I mean, there was all this language in here, and I'm like, we don't even do this. Why,
okay,
how do we know if this is gonna fit?
Yeah,
Okay.
if that's the
All right, are you
language,
good
we
with
can put
that?
that language in, that'd be great. Yeah,
Okay.
that-
you good with that then?
Yeah, yeah.
TA the way it is for now?
Well, TA with the language of when it,
Okay.
Add it, like, when we do this, we'll sit down and talk about it.
All right, sounds good, all right.
So what's the language going to be then?
Well,
When we institute off-duty employment, we will sit down with the union and negotiate the process and procedure.
yep,
So those words that you just said were TA right now.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
I-
I'm
I
gonna
will.
know when I'm writing.
when I say,
We'll
Would it-
use it when we use it.
would it be accurate to say that general concept, not necessarily the specific words exactly?
General
Okay.
concept.
yep, okay, I'm good,
You know, I might change a word.
I'm writing sort of TA.
yeah. Article 28, education,
Get what it means.
I want to make sure, I don't think we had,
We went over that, I think we were.
yeah, let me see. Yeah, and you were good with that
Yeah,
education
yeah,
one,
that was-
correct?
Yes.
All right, because I just want to make
Okay.
you happy, that's all that matters. Okay, so we're going to TA the Article 28,
Yes.
so let's go to 29, we TA that,
No,
correct?
Hold on.
Okay,
So the packet you handed us last time has this all crossed out, but the
yeah, we have the
email
new
you
one.
sent for 29
I have the new
had
one,
a different language.
I have the new one.
Yes.
So we're
So the
good.
new language is the
We,
one
we
that
are,
we're TA.
we came back with a counter
Right.
proposal. We will be happy to give
It-
$50,000.
It's good,
Okay.
it's good the way it is, yeah.
Yeah, to the bargaining units.
I just wanted to make sure we TA the right
Yep.
one
Yeah.
that I had. Okay, yeah, that
All right.
that
The
one's the new.
language that you sent us.
Yes.
Correct,
Okay, good.
yep. So that was TA 29.
Thank you.
Sure.
30,
I don't think there's issues with that.
yeah, I think we had, I'm sorry. Okay. Now, the town, you guys struck through a few things here. And I just want to make sure I get it right here. Because I conferred with general counsel on this one. Okay. Section 3, you struck out all of that.
Yeah.
Okay,
so-
and I'm just gonna tell you what our, again, this, I feel this may impact, the ability to impact bargain. So I wanna see what your thoughts are on that.
Okay, so, and I was actually gonna bring this up when it was our turn. If you look at Article
Perfect.
2, Section 5,
Article 2, Section 5,
it kind of says this in there also. And frankly, Article 2, Section 5, I don't even think it should be in Article 2. I think we should come up with some language and put it in the management rights provision about impact bargaining, and it's not a waiver of our rights, our management rights, not a waiver of your right to impact bargain. I can come up with a paragraph that I have in other things, but I don't think it should be in 2. I don't think it should be in 30. I think there should just be a paragraph in Article 5.
okay,
Okay.
I'm good with that.
That's yours.
This is mine, yeah, that's yours.
Which is another change to management rights, but
I get it.
add article, okay, new to,
So moving section 3 to management rights, then Paul, you're good with the
yeah,
rest of
well,
it?
it's taking section
Yeah.
5 of Article 2 out, it's taking section 3 of Article 30 out, and we'll come up with a paragraph in Article 5 that addresses those concepts.
And you get with Rose on that?
Yes,
Perfect.
Then 30 is good to TA for me. Maybe you're good with, other than that,
Well,
like, that
yeah.
being moved out.
Yes,
yeah.
yeah, no problem, yep. 30. All right. Now, 31, use of force.
That's the
Now I
policy
real-
you're saying.
Yeah, now I know that we have a policy in place for use of force, so I'm good with that. What do you guys think about putting that policy in at Article 31? Just put it in word for word.
I haven't seen it. I don't think I don't think any of my contracts have a use of force policy in the collective bargaining agreement. I don't see the need for it. It's kind of like a SOP,
Okay.
right? It's,
You have an issue with that? Okay.
So what happens then? It just deletes it and the next article becomes 31?
Correct.
yeah, we have to, at
We're
the
gonna-
very
we're
end of
gonna-
this, we
yeah,
gotta
we'll get it all.
renumber everything
Got it,
and.
got it.
Yep, I
Got
agree.
it.
All right, so
Fire counter.
all right, let's just do the, we'll go to promotion.
Personal records, Article 32.
Yeah, but we did promotions first.
It goes 31 to 32.
Right. I know, but I'm just saying, we're at 31. That's
Yeah,
all.
for
Promotions.
promotion.
We have no issues with
This was new
promotions.
language
Use
that
of
we,
force was 31,
Use of force was 31.
and I have personnel records is 32.
right,
Should be
but I,
32.
okay.
Okay, that's fine.
I renumbered
You need
promotions
a
as
counter,
Article
Paul.
31.
Okay.
We'll fix the numbers. We'll get the numbers right. Let's just,
Okay.
we're at the promotion article. How about that?
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
We good with that?
Yeah.
All right. Promotion article, we're fine with that.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so we'll TA that.
I don't have it here, but yeah.
And now we'll go to personnel records, 32. We are fine with that. So we can TA that. 33, annual leave. So we're gonna need some clarification on annual leave. Brian, did you want to discuss that for a minute?
Yeah, we were gonna ask that, annual leave, if we use annual leave, that we're still entitled to our overtime that we worked. And this is something there's other contracts with this language in place. And the reason is there's not really a benefit for our officers to not call out sick and leave us with a shortage at the last minute. Whereas if they're able to use their annual leave ahead of time, it gives us the ability to plan and try to make shift adjustments. And it's just like an additional perk for the officers so that we don't come out to this situation where, why would I let them know about my annual leave if it's gonna take away my overtime? In essence, they can just adjust their schedule as such. If they call out sick, they can change their own schedule.
So we will, discuss that.
Okay.
Basically, what you want is for annual leave to count towards hours worked for purposes of overtime.
Yes,
Correct.
It's much better said than done.
And I have to look at that. It says annually shall be governed by, the town of Pembroke Park as set forth in the employee handbook. Employee handbook may cover that, but I'll take a look at it.
Yeah, I don't remember the language in the handbook, but I think
Okay.
essentially the gist
I'll
of
have
it
to
is,
look at it.
it also eats up our overtime as well, just like
Okay.
sick leave would. Right now, that's what the current
Okay, but you're
process is.
okay with sick leave not counting?
Yes, ma'am, yeah.
Correct.
That's fine.
Yep. All right. Speaking of sick leave, Article 34, we are good with that. We TA that one?
Okay.
You messed it all up.
Yeah, no.
Way to go, Scott.
All right, Article 35, probation. I think we had a conversation,
good.
we're good with the probation, we're good with that one? Okay, so we're gonna TA Article 35, or whatever number it is, probation. All right, 36, insurance, we've already TA'd that, so we're good with that. Article 36. 37, wages, we TA'd that last time, which was an amazing job by everybody. So,
Yeah.
very happy with that.
Good.
38, drugs and alcohol testing. I think we're going to hold that for the general counsel
Okay.
to take care of that with you and Denise.
No, Paul, you said that you guys had proposed one.
We did,
I don't know
yeah.
if this is it or not. Can you send me what that proposal
Yeah,
was?
yeah.
Because I
Again, we have
don't-
all these papers from all over, but I did send everything to Lorena
I'm sure,
with
and-
everything. Yeah.
See
I'm
if I
sure
can go
you
back and
did,
find
I
it.
just at this point
Yeah.
don't know what's.
Yep.
If you could just resend that to me.
All right, that shouldn't be a problem.
Okay.
Article 39, saving clause. The only thing we would say is, we would reject section 2 and 3, and only because section 1 covers 2 and 3. That's the only reason. Take a look at that, see if you have any issue with that. It basically covers it.
All right, I'll look at it,
So we would just,
okay.
yep, reject those. Entire agreement, Article 40. No issues with 1 and 2, but 3 and 4. Section 3 is overbroad, and as far as Section 4, to us, it's unclear why you added that, because the whole purpose of a CBA is to expand benefits. So I'm just trying to figure out.
I don't know, I didn't write this.
That was given to us. So,
Oh, I'm sure, but I think it was left over from, I think it's something Lorena wrote.
okay. So
look at it.
if you have no issue with that, we would be fine with that.
Wait a minute, section 4 only? I thought you mentioned all
3
sections.
and 4, we reject both of those.
I'm fine. I'm fine taking those out. I-
Okay. Then we can agree with them.
Yes.
All right,
Yeah.
so we will TA that.
Yeah.
And 41 duration, we are good with that. And we'll TA that. So that's great job.
Okay, so,
Before we leave the table, I'd like to set a date so we can get this all done, maybe, hopefully.
okay, and I have just a couple comments.
Okay.
So, we are going to have an executive session on Monday at noon,
Okay.
because we think that, we're making great progress. We like the wage proposal that we've all kind of TA'd on, but we still, gotta go to the commission and make sure they don't have any questions or other things they want us to do
Okay.
with respect to this. If it's possible, we can have a meeting on the 26th where the commission can ratify this. I don't know if you think that will give us enough time. I know we need to have another meeting, which we can.
If you guys take a look at Thursday, the 13th,
No,
it's okay. I can handle it.
you did a great job today, so yeah.
Is that a yes? I couldn't tell the.
Yeah, I'm asking you February 13th. If you guys are willing to meet on the 13th, that's next Thursday.
Any issues over here, guys?
Dog is off that day.
Yeah,
Who's off
I'm,
that?
I'm flying out of town that day,
He's
but
off. He's even down
Yeah, I can handle it for
Denied.
Brian.
Oh,
there.
okay.
can we just,
Oh.
kids would kill me.
13th?
If that's good.
Can you do the 12th?
It's okay by me, guys. What about you?
Can you do the 12th?
What?
Can you do the 12th?
Can I do the 12th?
Yeah,
Meeting.
I can't do the morning, no.
all right. I mean, I don't care what time.
Yeah, the
12th
12th is a commission day,
12th is
so,
problematic from
Okay.
our end.
All right.
So the 13th would be good then. Does that work for
Yeah.
everybody?
Yeah.
And
Madam
that-
Clerk,
That's 10 a.m.?
thank you.
We should have done this meeting at 10 a.m. That was
10,
What, February
13th.
13th,
10?
10 a.m.
10 o'clock.
10. Uno cero.
10 a.m., not p.m., right? 10 p.m. would work great for me.
No, you don't.
I'll be asleep. Okay.
Are you available, you know? You don't know right now. That's okay.
No, next Thursday.
You're booked. Okay, you're available. So you're gonna have two heavy hitters here
Perfect.
next Thursday.
So what I'm going to do on everything that we teed off today, I'm gonna change the top of it and say teed off,
Today's date.
teed off.
Teed off.
At least it's,
I
not,
wanna go
at least
tee
it's not a
off.
tennis
What are you,
Right,
golf?
exactly. TA'd, whatever. The parties agreed. For purposes of, I know we have like strikeout and underline in this, which we don't need because we don't have any contract, right?
Mhm.
And we've used that going back and forth.
Right.
For those that we have agreed on, I'm gonna go ahead and take that strikeout and underline out.
Right.
Okay.
So that way, read it, because it makes
For
sure
what
there's
it
no
is, yeah.
typos, you know, and then we can change, make sure the formatting's correct,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And we can change the numbers of the articles
Perfect.
later when we need to.
Perfect.
Okay, and I'll
Alright.
send it to Rose and send it to
And,
you.
yep,
Excellent.
All right,
Okay, I'd like to just take a moment to review sort of our ambitious roadmap for final approval. The next meeting that will occur that's relevant is on February 10th at noon. We will meet with the commission of this community in executive session and have a discussion with them. And then the next action after that will be Thursday, the 13th, at 10 o'clock in this room, where we'll meet, convene, and hopefully iron out the
Finalize.
balance of any other issues. Then, after that point, I'm anticipating that the relevant councils and underlying clerical support parties will be able to exchange documents so that in front of our commission on the date of February 26th at a special meeting, there will be an approval as it relates to the commission approving this contract itself. So the next question that begs itself is, what do you anticipate in terms of what you can manage in terms of the ratification process? Do you have some thoughts about that? Because if we get everything pretty much ironed out on the 13th, and by the way, the only reason it's relevant is when we go to our commission, the question will come, has this already been ratified by the
right,
union?
right.
Right.
And
Yeah.
So
we
what
want
we
to
would
tell-
need is a clean copy for our GC to
Right.
review, and then
You
we
don't
can
want
make
the
a
one without
contract
sticky notes in it?
presentation to the, we'll make our contract
Right.
presentation to the members,
Okay,
and then Sergeant Dodge will let us know what the final tally is.
okay.
There's like 10 of us, so it's not gonna take, I don't anticipate it taking,
I don't know,
Okay.
Churchill.
Yeah, I don't know if
Yeah.
you have to provide somebody days' notice
It's one.
or.
Well, we still have to
Everybody's
provide
schedule
enough
different.
time for the officers to be
read
able to
it.
review,
Okay.
read, and then a separate time for them to be able to vote on it.
Okay.
So we can get that done
Yeah.
in a couple of days.
Two
timeframe.
days, 3 days,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
by middle of
Perfect.
the 18th, 19th, it'll be done, 20th, and then when you go,
Okay.
and-
Sometimes the biggest holdup is getting the clean version, clean
Yes.
copy.
Yeah, because we gotta
And
do a
making
table of
sure-
contents and all of that stuff, so.
So once you guys get that clean copy
Yeah.
and we review it and make sure everything's all right, then we can make that
Mhm.
presentation to the officers.
That's why I figured I'd start taking some of that stuff out.
perfect.
26 is ambitious, but I think we can
I
get it
think
done.
we can do.
Oh, we can
Yeah,
do,
10 guys.
definitely get it done.
it's not,
Alright.
it's
Yeah,
not
exactly.
500.
Right.
Right. You'd be surprised. We have some small units and
Even with 30, it's,
Okay, Madam Clerk, are you clear on what we're doing procedurally and date-wise?
Yes, sir. February
Okay.
26th, special commission meeting. And next week you have, at 10 o'clock in the morning, you have a session.
Right,
Okay.
and plus we have an executive session,
That's
right?
already scheduled, yes, February 10th at 12 o'clock.
Okay. Anybody have any other questions or comments? We stand at adjournment. Thanks, everybody.